Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here! Coming back with part 5 of What If Deku Had Venom. Now, where we last left off, Izuku was, in the city with Toga, killing heroes and sometimes just some civilians that annoying Izuku. And, after a couple of kills, Izuku have meet with Red X, and after fighting with him, he managed to kill him in the end and bite his head off as he leave with Toga. But we don't start with Izuku and Toga, but we are starting with All Might and the other heroes, which is the other two that, Principal Nezu call out for, which is Rengoku, the number one hero in America, and the second one being Zilong, or hero name Rex Lapis. As All Might, after getting the dead body of Red X, he said, "Damn it, we shouldn't let him go alone." As Rex Lapis said, "Well, you are right about that. We should have not letting him go alone against Venom." As Rengoku said, "What a tragedy. He died so young. He was having such a great potential in him as a hero." As All Might said, "Well, let's get him back into UA and bury him." And after they, got the dead body of Red X, Aizawa and, Principal Nezu finding something on on his cloth, like a little memory card, as Principal Nezu said, "Hey, everyone, look what do I have." As Rengoku said, "What is it, Principal Nezu?" As Principal Nezu said, "I have a memory card that was in the suit of Red X. Let's see what on it." As they open, put the card inside the computer, as they, start seeing a video on it, which is being the fight between Red X and Venom, as they see how Red X was fighting him and what they were talking about and everything. As Rengoku said, "I was sure that Midoriya is still there somewhere. His quirk is controlling him, or that thing is controlling him." As All Might said, "So, he's really there, and he's being forced to do what he's doing." As Rex Lapis said, such an innocent soul, right now trapped inside a monster. What a tragedy. We should get him, but where should we start searching now?" Rex, Red X was the one that having the information about him. As Principal Nezu said, "Well, we are now having the information about him, because this memory card having also the information that Red X was having on Midoriya, like his weak point and things like that." As he seeing in the files, he say, "How interesting. It says that he have a weak point to sounds." As Rex Lapis said, "Sounds? What kind of sounds?" As Principal Nezu said, "Well, it says here that when he fighted, in the entrance exam, President Mike was screaming at him, which made him go in a lots of pain, as the black thing around his body start like leaving him." As Rengoku said, "Leaving him? Does that mean that monster or whatever is, getting hold of Midoriya is hurt by the strong sound?" As Principal Nezu said, "Well, that's what I'm reading here. So, if we manage to, made him hear such a loud noise, he will gonna maybe leave Izuku alone." As, Rengoku said, "That's a great plan. We should do it." As All Might said, "Calm down, Rengoku. I know that you want to save him, but we don't know where he is right now." Aizawa said, "Yes, All Might. What's happened to your class?" As Aizawa said, "They are okay. They are gonna... Today we're gonna start, the first day of UA, because What I'm talking about right now is happening in the week before they, got their, you know, the letters. As All Might said, well, great. And did you saw the two new students that Rengoku has got you? As Aizawa said, I saw their abilities and potential. They deserve to be in 1A. As Rengoku said, I told you they are gonna be a great student, especially him. He working so hard, trying to always get stronger to save those in need. As All Might said, don't worry, Rengoku, we will gonna make him a good hero. But you should focus on, getting Midoriya. As Rengoku said, alright, All Might. And after that, Rengoku, All Might, and Rex Lapis go with Nezu to talk and things like that. As we cut into Izuku. Izuku, right now in the mall with Toga, as Toga telling him said, "So, what do you want to buy? Is there something specific that you want to get?" As Izuku said, not really. We don't want anything, something specifically, but I don't really know." As Venom said, "Come on, Izuku. Let's just have a day off, you know? Maybe I am hungry right now. Let's go and eat something normal. I want to eat some chocolate. Chocolate is so delicious." As Izuku said, alright, I'm gonna get you some chocolate. And after that, Izuku go to eat some chocolate with Toga, as eating ice cream, playing games, and eating food. As Toga and Izuku just having fun. As Toga said, "So, do you want to come back to my hideout?" As Izuku said, "Hideout? Do you have a hideout?" As Toga said, "Yep, I have one. There was a couple of people in there is like, a guy with lots of hands on his body, and the other one that made out of mist. Yeah, I mean, they are annoying, but they are not that bad." As Izuku said, "Nah, I don't want to meet your team." As Toga said, "Really? Because they searching for you. They want you to join them." As Izuku said, "We will not gonna join you at all. We don't work with any other people than ourselves." As Toga said, "Oh, come on, we will gonna have some fun. Killing heroes and bam, bam, and attacking UA." As Izuku said, attacking UA. You know what? I got an idea. As Toga said, "Ooh, what's wrong? I like you when you laugh. You laugh a very, you know, very evil laugh." As Izuku said, "You can leave. We will gonna go and do something." As Toga said, "Oh, come on, tell me." As Izuku said, "No, I'm not gonna tell you." As Toga said, "Oh, come on." As Izuku said, "Alright, we are leaving." As Toga said, "Oh, no, you will not gonna just..." As Izuku just throwing a black whip and start jumping on the roofs. As Toga said, how annoying." As we cut back into UA while Izuku doing his thing, we cut into UA, which is Aizawa right now in the class. As he said, Aizawa getting into the class, as he said, "It took you all 8 seconds to shut up. That won't do." As he said, "Hello, student. My name is Shota Aizawa, your homeroom teacher. Alright, just put these uniforms on and meet me outside." As a girl with a black hair, and in the end of her hair is like, a purple, like, not a purple, but orange, and whatever. It's just a girl with a black hair said, aren't we gonna, introduce ourselves?" As Aizawa said, "I'm not into this shit. I have 3 years to make out of you a great heroes with a lots of potential. So, get down and change your uniforms, and then let's get out of here." As a kid with a red hair come into Aizawa and take the uniform from him and said, "Thank you, Mr. Aizawa." And then he leave, as he said, "Well, go after this kid, because I will not gonna wait for you. If you didn't get there in like 5 minutes, I will gonna expel every single one of you." As after that, everyone got out of there. And in the changing room, a kid, with a even redder hair, much redder than the kid that we were talking about. He said, "Hey, man, what's your training? It must be so manly because you have a lots of muscles." As the kid said, "Oh, yeah, I'm usually training in the forest with my master." As Kirishima said, "Who is your master?" As the kid said, "Well, his name is Rengako. He's, a hero from America. He's the number one, the Fireblade hero, if you know him." As Kirishima said, I don't really know him, but I'm more for, Red Crimson Riot. You know him?" As the kid said, "Oh, Crimson Riot? You mean that hero with the such a weird hair?" I'm not meaning anything, but his hair is so weird. As Kirishima said, "Yeah, he is. He's my mentor." "Well, what's your name?" As the kid said, "My name is Tanjiro. Nice to meet you, Kirishima." As he, wearing his uniform looking like this. As Kirishima said, "Alright, Tanjiro, nice to meet you." And after that, Tanjiro closing his, the little, chain, what they call it? I forgot, whatever. He's just seeing a kid with a purple hair saying, "Hey, everyone, look what I found. It's a hole into the girls' changing room." As Ida come and said, "Don't try to do this, Mineta. You will gonna insult our female classmate." As Mineta said, "Try to stop." But before that happened, a sword being thrown at the side of his face. As he said, if you start looking through that hole in the wall, I'm gonna cut your head off." As Mineta looking behind, he's seeing Tanjiro with a death glare looking at him. As he said, all right, I didn't mean anything." As Kirishima said, "Whoa, you have a black sword? Where did you get this?" As Tanjiro said, "Well, it was made out from a special material that it can hold on the power of the sun or something like that, as like the light of the sun of the day, you know?" As Kirishima said, "I didn't understand, but it's looking so cool." As Tanjiro taken his sword out and put it in the closet back. As he said, "Well, we should get out because Aizawa will not gonna get easy on us." As Kirishima said, "Shit, we still have 2 minutes." As they spam out of the place. And after that, Tanjiro seeing the same black-haired girl. As he said, "Oh, hi, sister." As the girl said, "Hi, Tanjiro, welcome. What's happened in your changing room? I heard you screaming." As Tanjiro said, "Well, Nezu, you see that we're a pervert in our class is called Manetta. He tried to look through the hole in the wall." As Nez Nezuko said, "Oh, I understand." And after that, Aizawa said to everyone, "Well, everyone, we will gonna do a quirk apprehension test. So, for the person that got first place in the entrance exam, may I have Katsuki Bakugo here?" As Bakugo come in front of everyone and said, "Give me the ball." As Aizawa told him, "Throw it as hard as you can." As Bakugo smiled and said, "Die!" As he throwing the ball, and she go 750 meters in the air. As Aizawa said, "Impressive." Well, as Nezuko said, "Whoa, this looking so fun, don't you think, guys?" As Mina said, "Oh yeah, this is really funny, fun. Let's try do our hardest, guys." As Aizawa said, "Oh, so you think it's fun? Well, let me increase the amount of fun that we will gonna have. The person that have the last place in this quirk apprehension test will gonna get expelled out of UA." As Tanjiro getting serious, as what were her name? Ah, Oraka said, but you can't just expel us on our first day in UA, as Eraser has said. Oh, I can't? Well, let me tell you a new information about me. I can do any fucking thing that I want in my class. I can make you all wash my clothes into the next, I can make you all clean UA for the next 2 years if I want to. So, if you will not gonna do your hardest, motherfucker, you can leave the place right now. As, everyone getting scared, and after that they start to do the quirk apprehension test. And after everything done, Aizawa get them back into the ball throw as he said, well, may I have Komado Tanjiro coming here? As Tanjiro come in front and Aizawa said, use your quirk and throw the ball as hard as you can. As Tanjiro said, yes, Aizawa sensei. And after that, he got the hold of the ball as he starts doing some weird sound with his mouth, is like he breathing so heavily. As Aizawa said, so that's what Rengoku mean by breathing style. Let's see what this kid have. As a water starts, engulfing, what's it called? I forgot. Tanjiro bodies. Water start going all around him and engulf the ball. As Tanjiro said, Tanjiro start breathing so heavily as, after that he throw the ball very high into the sky, getting 1,000 meters. As Aizawa said, impressive, 1,000 meters. As, Tanjiro said, great, well, that was so good. As a quick, let's stop a little bit and talk for about Tanjiro a little bit. As Tanjiro, Komado Tanjiro, quirk, water, and his quirk is half and half water and half fire. He can shoot fire and water from both sides of his body. As it's like Shoto Todoroki, but he can shoot water from any part of his body. He doesn't have to be like his left side is water and his right side is fire. He can like change any hand he want to use. As after that, Aizawa called for Nezuko, as Nezuko said, right away. And after that, she come into the place, as Tanjiro said, go ahead, sister, you can do something better than me, I'm believing in you. As, Nezuko said, alright, brother. And after that, Aizawa gave her another ball as her hands start to engulf with pink fire. And after that, she threw the ball into the sky, getting 1,050 meters. As Aizawa said, great. As, Nezuko come back by the side of her brother, as Tanjiro said, great job, Nezuko. As Nezuko said, thank you. And Nezuko quirk, which is pink flames. She can shoot a pink flames out of her hands. But she can't, shoot it. She can only make her body much more stronger than normal, and her fist engulfed with pink fire, which make her fist much stronger, giving her the ability to even melt iron or something like that. Which means that she can't shoot it. She only can do like fire fist or something like that. And after that, everyone doing the quirk apprehension test, as Aizawa called for Nezuko and Tanjiro, as he said, Nezuko, Tanjiro, your master Rengoku wants to talk with you for a moment. As Nezuko and Tanjiro leave the class after telling Kirishima and Uraka that they can't walk because their master wants them. As Tanjiro and Nezuko got into the room where Rengoku is, as Rengoku said, Tanjiro, Nezuko, welcome. How was your first day? As Nezuko and Tanjiro, saying that it was good day, as Rengoku said, well, I'm happy for you, but let me tell you something important. I will gonna teach you more about your fire breathing style, um, Tanjiro. So, I want you to meet me tonight, alright? As Tanjiro said, yes, Master Rengoku. And Nezuko said, yes. Rengoku said, you also should come, because I want to start teaching you how to throw your fire instead of just throwing a fire fist or something like that. And it won't gonna be easy, so prepare! As, Nezuko and Tanjiro getting a serious look saying, yes sir! And after that, they leave. Which, right now we cut back into Izuku. Right now he is in his Venom form as he being shot at, being shot from all direction, people throwing grenades and some rocket launcher and other just shooting. As Izuku said, you will never gonna hurt us like that. This is a fucking like you're just tickling us for with this stupid rockets of yours. As the villain said, why isn't he dead? As Izuku starts, throwing explosion and tentacles and using his blade, killing everyone was there. And after he done, there was still one person. As he said, please leave me, please don't eat me. As Venom said, well, I've already eaten enough and I'm already doesn't feel hungry, but as he starts licking the face of the guy with his tongue saying, you're looking so delicious, as he bites his head off. And after that he said, mask off. As Izuku said, whoa, that was such a long fight. As Venom said, but we done it, Izuku. We killed them all. As Izuku said, yeah, let's put the celebrating on the side and see where they keeping these things. As after, Izuku just walking on the dead bodies and get them out of his way, he find a room filled with, like chests. As Izuku go to open one of them, as he said, bingo, we get what we wanted. As, Venom said, so why do you need this, Izuku? We can do it by ourselves. You literally can do it by your hands. So why do you need things like that? As Izuku said, well, it's just a surprise. Let's keep it for later. Oh, just imagine the look on All Might's face after he's seeing this. As Venom said, to be honest, it will be so great seeing his face filled with fear. We are happy to do this, Izuku. As Izuku said, yeah, we sure are. But let's go back into the hideout. As Venom said, wait, shouldn't we search in the place more? We might find something a lot better than just that stupid cave that we live in. As Izuku said, well, to be honest, I'm really bored of living in a fucking, a fucking forest, so let's search. And after that, Izuku searching a little bit, he find millions of dollars in another room. As he said, well, looks like we were gonna, go from a little cave in the forest into a big mansion in the middle of the city. As Venom said, don't do something stupid, Izuku, like buying a big mansion. Let's stay low. As Izuku said, of course we will gonna stay low. It's just great to see. Great to finally leave that stupid cave. And after that, Izuku taken the chest that he finds earlier with the money and got himself a little, into a little hotel, a big room for him as he's sleeping there. And after that, in the morning, he got a call from Toga as Toga said, hey, Izuku, are you there? As Izuku said, what's wrong, Toga? It's like 6 in the morning. What do you want? As Toga said, can you help me with something? As Izuku said, "What is it?" As Izuku said, "Can you come here? The League of Villains want you to really meet you." As Izuku said, "I told you that I'm not gonna work with you. I'm always working alone." As Toga said, "Oh, come on, please." As Izuku said, "Sorry, I want to sleep." As he closed the phone and Toga said, "Damn it, he's not answering my calls." As Shigaraki said, "What an annoying brat. Why do we even need him, master?" As he heard a sound from the monitor saying, "Tomura, you saw what he did to All Might, and what he did in the entrance exam, right?" As Shigaraki said, "Yes, master, I saw, but why do we need him? He just doesn't want to join us. Can't we just kill him?" As the All for One said, "Calm down, Tomura. It will be such a waste to lose an important person like him. Calm down and make sure that you doesn't. He will gonna be so helpful for our attack on All Might and on the USJ, so please calm down. We will be able to meet him in the right time." As Shigaraki said, "Yes, master, whatever you say." And after that, we cut back into Tanjiro and the others. After Tanjiro done from his talking with, Rengoku, he was able to at least walk with his friends, as Uraka and Ida and Nezuko and Tanjiro are walking together. As Uraka said, "So, Tanjiro, why did you want to become a hero?" As Tanjiro said, "Well, you see, I doesn't want any family to be hurt. I don't want to see people crying. I don't want to see children losing their parents. That's why I'm trying to become a hero. To make such a tragedy like this doesn't happen to any other kid." As Ida said, "Any other kid? What do you mean by that, Tanjiro?" As Tanjiro said, "Well, you see, me and Nezuko, we are orphaned. We doesn't have any parents. Our parents died in a villain attack." As Araka said, "Oh, I'm sorry for asking." As Tanjiro said, "Oh, no problem. It's not a problem at all. But it's just, I'm sad. I always wish that I could see them one last time." As Nezuko said, "Oh, come on, brother. Cheer up. You will not gonna always be sad about this. Didn't you remember the promise that we give into our master Rangako? We told him that we will always be happy and we will always smile until, to help others." As Tanjiro said, "Yeah, we told him that." And, he's just talking with everyone as we cut into Izuku. As he, just walking in the alleyways, as all of a sudden he hears a sound saying, "Please help me! Someone, please!" As he hears another sound saying, "Oh, don't run away from me! I won't hurt you! Come here!" As after that, Izuku said, "Who's this annoying guy?" As he's a serial killer. As Venom said, "I don't know, Izuku, but do you think that we should go there?" As Izuku said, fuck it, let's go." And after that, Izuku go where the sound hearing the sound, as he see a guy with a brown jacket holding a scythe on his back. As he said, "Come on, show me your scary face, show me the best expression that you ever could make, and what's they call it, and tell me that you don't want to die. Come on." As the girl said, "Please don't kill me, please." As he said, "Now that's what I want to see." As he hit her with his scythe and said, and after that, Izuku looking from behind, he's seeing him just hitting the dead body with his scythe. As he just continued laughing, as he said, "Man, you sure are brutal. Very brutal indeed. As the kid looking behind, he see a kid with a black hair and hoodie jacket on his head as he said, "Oh, who are you? Are you her boyfriend and you heard her scream?" As Izuku just having a dead, look in his eyes as he said, "No, I just, bored and I don't know what to do today, so, and this night, so I decided to see what's happening after I hear a stupid serial killer laughing and running after a girl," as he said, "Well, let's see how you can do," as he, go at Izuku very fast, as Izuku just putting his hand on his head, on his mouth, saying, "Venom, should I leave this to you?" As Venom said, "With pleasure." And after that, I like what they call it, a tentacle coming out from Izuku chest, piercing through the guy chest. As after that, Izuku just taken the tentacle back and said, "Well, see you soon." As the guy starts laughing, saying, "Do you think this will hurt?" As the kids start to regenerate, as he said, "Well, you're an interesting. Who are you, kid?" As Izuku said, "Well, do you heard about that Venom guy?" As he said, "So, you are Venom? Show me your explosion if that's right." As Izuku starts, doing some explosion in his hand, as he says, "So, you're really him? Oh man, I really like your style. How you killing your enemies and how you kill all of those heroes. How about we work together?" As Izuku said, "I'm working alone." As the kid said, "Oh, come on, kid. Let's just work together. We're gonna do such a great kills together. I can be so useful to you, you know?" As Izuku looking at this guy and said, "Well, what is your name?" As the guy is said, looking like this, and said, "My name is Isaac, or you can call me Zack. Nice to meet you, Venom." As Venom said, Izuku said, "Wait, you are the angel of death?" As Zeke or Zack said, "Yeah, I am the villain that called them the Angel of Death. Nice to meet you." As Izuku said, "First of all, stop laughing. Second of all, well, I will see you soon enough. Give me your number." As Isaac said, "Oh, come on. Don't you want to kill someone in the night? I already started." As Izuku said, "No, I will just gonna come back to my house and sleep for the rest of the night, and maybe tomorrow I will do something." As Isaac said, "Well, what a lost chance, but I would like to kill some villains or heroes with you." As Izuku gave him his number and Zack gave him his number, as he said, "Well, see you next time, Venom. I will gonna just continue." As Izuku said, "Sure thing, Zack. Do whatever you want." As Izuku just leave Zack alone, as Zack just continue killing random people. As Venom and Izuku had said, "He's so crazy, Izuku. Don't you think it's wrong to keep him with us?" As Izuku said, "Well, yeah, but he have regeneration, so he might be useful. And don't talk with me, because right now I don't even know how am I still using my brain. I'm so fucking tired." And after that, Izuku come back to his, place in the hotel, as he sleep for the rest of the night. And this is gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell us, what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen the next part? Well, we have nothing more to say then. We were here.